Hi everyone, it's Kathy Russo. I wanted to share with you this short video on how to set up your student groups and your test sessions for the beginning of the year classroom diagnostic assessments. So you want to log into the DRC portal, and then under My Applications, you want to choose Student Group Management. The first thing you need to do is create individual groups for every group or every class of students that you teach. Make sure here the classroom diagnostic for 23-24 shows up, the school district, and your school. And since you don't have any groups yet, you want to scroll to the bottom and click Add a Student Group. Now, give your name the first thing, and if you have multiple classes like high school and middle school, you probably have 3 or 4 or 5 student groups. Elementary teachers, you probably just have one student group, which is your homeroom. Okay, make sure you pick your name in the teacher list, and then depending on what grade level those students are in, I'm going to assume these are all grade 4 kids. I'm going to put 4th grade in the grade button, hit find students, and now all the 4th graders show up. And now I can select the students that I want in my group based upon my PowerSchool roster. If you hold the control key, you can select more than one student at a time. And then you move those kids over. If you need additional kids, you can just continue to click and add them and move them over. Once you're comfortable that those are the kids in that particular group, you hit save. If you have another group to add, save and add another and do the same thing. Okay, and now that group will show up in your list. Once you have all of your students groups selected and created, then you come back up here and choose test management. And again, manage test sessions. Make sure in the drop-down menu you have the 23-24 CDTs, the school district, and the school name. Now you're not going to have any test sessions here, so we want to add a session. And again, the session name should have your name first, your last name, beginning of the year, because we want to distinguish this test session from the middle and end of year administrations. And then I'm going to also say that it's period 7. Choose whether it's for literacy, math, or science, and the appropriate assessment. And diagnostic category is typically going to be all, but check with your principal if you are permitted to use a diagnostic category instead. Make sure your teacher name shows up here. Very important. If you leave that blank, it's going to be hard to find that test session when you go to find it. Our assessment calendar says the start date is the 25th and the end date is October 3rd. So put those beginning and end dates in there. And now that I've created the group, all I have to do here under student group is choose it, click find students, add all of these kids to the session, and save. Okay, once you do that, this test session will show up in your screen, and then you're ready to print. You can print the test session, which gives you the test tickets for the kids with their login information. So then you would cut each of these test tickets and hand to the kids on the day of the assessment.